Hi, Terry again, recording from our condo in Southern California. This is the week before Christmas when I'm recording this. Tomorrow is my wife Anita's birthday, and next week is Christmas, and the week after New Year's. And I'm reminded of how different this season will be with the COVID restrictions and recommendations and so on. That there are several things that we would normally do that we are not going to be able to or choose not to do. Like getting together with friends, going out to dinner, going shopping, just interacting or going down next to the ocean, taking a walk with other people and so on. And there are lots of things that will be different this year, kind of confining things that we have to say no to. And you may be like I am, that often feel things creeping in. Some, I don't want to say negativity, but some impatience. It's like, boy, this has been going on since February, March, and I'm weary of it. I'm just impatient with the whole thing, or I find myself yearning so much to get back to or to be able to do things that right now are not wise or not possible. I sometimes feel a restlessness. Like this morning, restlessness, would like to go out to breakfast someplace. Just restless here. Or just weary of saying no. Well, maybe we'll give so-and-so a call, see if they can come over for the holidays. Or it's like, well, no. Or we were going to visit some friends for lunch this past Sunday, looking forward to it, and talked with them and just decided, no, not wise, just weary of the no's. And it's easy for that to start creeping in the self-language and so on. So I've been doing a couple of things, a couple of practices, things that I do intentionally to not get wrapped up in that, to not get my internal dialogue or talking with others to go in that direction too much, because that just leads to frustration. There are several things I can't control right now until the vaccine gets distributed more, and I just can't control it. But there's one thing I can control, and that is working with my own attitude. So I've been doing a couple of things. One thing I've been doing, I don't know what you're doing to offset it, but one thing I do is to intentionally step back and take a longer view. And I, rather than say, I can't do this, this is no longer possible, I say, well, in another 3 to 6 months, then I will be able to. I'd like to go out to breakfast this morning. Oh, but another 3 to 6 months? Oh, that's not that long. I can do that. Kind of that attitude of wisdom now might lead to great benefits. So it's a risk benefit kind of thing. And knowing that it's temporary, relatively short term, and I don't know if it's easier to say now that I'm in my 70s, to say I'm in my 70s, good heavens, another 3 to 6 months, I can handle this. So I try to step back and take a longer view. The other thing I've been practicing intentionally is to notice and be thankful for the now. Rather than focusing on what I can't do, paying attention to what is around me, what my life is like right now. For example, we're just rediscovering home cooking. We're trying out some recipes that we haven't tried for a while. It's reminding me of growing up on the farm, where much of it was we just didn't have the resources. When it wasn't the culture, we ate at home a lot, almost all the time. Going out to a hamburger joint once a week was a big deal. So we're rediscovering home cooking. Some things that we don't like quite as much, some things we're rediscovering from old cookbooks back from Southwest Michigan that are delicious. So we're just rediscovering home cooking. We're reading more. We're walking a lot more than we used to do, doing some exercises at home. So we're enjoying that. And It's a big deal now to get our weekly groceries. I mean, that's a major outing. We do it earlier in the morning when hardly anybody's around the grocery store. So it's a big deal. And man, going to Costco once in a while or a Home Depot visit is huge in our life. So I'm really appreciating that. And sometimes when we go, we stop at a donut shop and take donuts either outside if it's warm enough, or eat the donut in our RAV. And it's a kind of a big deal. And we're recognizing that we're spending less. We're not going out to meals, which in Southern California, as we find, is about twice as much money often as Southwest Michigan was. So we're saving money on that. So paying attention to what we have, just noticing, not sitting at home eating a delicious meal and thinking about, well, we could be at Outback, or we could go to eat at In-N-Out Burgers or something like that. It's paying attention to what we have. So those are the two things that I'm focusing on. Stepping back, taking a longer view and just saying, oh, another 3 to 6 months. Okay, I can balance the risk benefit factor for that. I can understand that. And then paying attention to and being thankful for what I do have now. So I wonder what practices that you have. Sometimes it feels like just draining off negative energy, but the other is actually pouring in the positive and appreciating and knowing that I'm learning lessons now that 3 to 6 months from now hopefully will seep into or change the new normal. Maybe eating at home more, spending less, paying attention more to what we have, and continuing to discover cooking and that kind of thing. So I encourage you to think about some practices that not only help us cope with from frustrations and so on, but to actually set a new normal, add some things to the normal that really make it better for us. So I hope you're doing okay in this season, with the Christmas season coming up, with the different ways of celebrating or less celebrating with other people. So have a great week. I'll talk to you next week.